Guys are the same way though. Like guys have rosters. So you're talking about us.
I don't date dudes, so I don't know nothing about that. But I'm.
All my properties exceed appraisal. Hold this shit together like a staple. You my brother, I could not betray you. Too much money piled on the table. We got prize horses in the stable. I feel like SGA, the way I be making them plays. I'm going 32.
What's up, guys? Montae from the QMO Pod. Got the big homie.
Y'all already know it's your boy Leonidas Barbarelli in the house. Y'all know that's my war cry. What's up, QMO?
What's up? You got the real Liv B here, one and only. I'm glad to be back. It's been a little bit. We had a fun time at the fashion show. Shout out to Lion Luxury Limos for getting us there safe.
That's what I do, baby.
Yeah.
Check us out.
Yeah, but we also have some pretty exciting news. Montae, do you want to take it away?
No, we had a lot happen, man. We had the heat advisory event that we did, which was really dope. Shout out to those guys. They're doing some great things over there. We had the fashion show. Shout out to Trev and Exhibit 1.0. That was an amazing time. So it's been pretty cool, man. I mean, how do y'all feel about, like, what's been going on as far as, like, the transition? I know Leon is very old school, so this is, like, all new to him. But, I mean, we can start with you first, Liv, then we'll let Leon go.
The transition from what?
Like, as far as just, like, the podcast and, like, how far we come with it. Because you've been with us for about 3 months now.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Just, like, from my first time, I feel, like, a lot more comfortable with you guys. I feel like our chemistry is really, really cool. We play off each other a lot. I'm still getting used to your attention, though. I've just found out to Montae, he told me that you guys have known each other for, like, 10 years. And I thought you guys have known each other for, like, a few years. So now I understand, like, the chemistry that you guys have in the relationship. So when you guys get all like tough with each other, I know it's not like real, because sometimes our tension will be like a lot and I'm just like, oh, like you can cut it with a butter knife, but now I know it's like but the transition from like podcast like inside here to outside has been awesome. I've loved our vlog style videos and things like that. That's been a lot of fun. And then just the opportunities that we've had so far with our podcast, just reaching out to the community has been honestly pretty impactful. Like I feel like a lot of people are recognizing who we are, and I'm also feeling like a lot of appreciation from the people that we meet. Like just like they're really proud of what we're doing for the community and just for ourselves in general. So I'm proud of you too for like putting this all together and finally leaving your bedroom.
Yeah, right now. Started from the Zoom call during COVID. So yeah, it's pretty cool to like, see the transition. So what about you, Leon, man? How you feel about it?
Well, you started from the bottom and now you here, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what, man? Like, man, everything is a vibe. Everything is good, man. Like, getting a lot of, like I said, my family members, they like, man, we proud of you. I'm like, I ain't make it yet. I'm on my way, but I ain't make it yet. But man, you get a lot of that. A lot of people proud of you. A lot of people actually want to be a part of it. A lot of people want to help. You know what I'm saying? We do get the opposite. We get some, we'll talk about that later.
We get
you know
the
what I'm
hate
saying? We get some cats, but nah, man, it's a vibe. And then as far as like the chemistry, we family. That's why it's important for us to do stuff outside of here, whether it be us go to dinner or, go have a fun night, just hang out. That's why it's important, because every team I was a part of that when we did our thing, we were like best friends or family, you know what I'm saying? And that's football, basketball, whatever, So,
definitely, man.
But no, everything good, man. Man, it's a blessing, man,
Yeah, nah, for sure. And I mean, one thing I can say as far as working with people, man, you got to understand that everyone have a different perspective about things and they run things differently.
See how he's looking at me when he says that?
No, I'm not. It's not a target towards Liv, but when you work with people, man, like everyone has, they do things a certain way, so you have to be able to adjust. And I mean, that's something that we all working on. So Liv used to do her own thing. Leon never really done a podcast. I was doing this by myself for a while, and then I had 2 other co-hosts before you guys. So I mean, it's all new to us, but I can say that like we have some, and I hear about it all the time. And we hit over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Say what?
Could
you grab that bottle, please?
Say what?
Oh,
wait, let me get my Siptale first. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Let's talk about that real quick.
We
I'm
hit
sorry.
that, and now we we got accepted into the YouTube partner program, so that's pretty dope. Which is hard, man, because it's hard to get people to actually like tune in and like what you're doing. So I think that's a great milestone that we should definitely celebrate. And the fans, man, we thank you guys for following, subscribing, and sharing and commenting. Hate and good, we like both. Any attention is good attention. So, thank you guys for all you're doing. We're actually working on a giveaway with a couple different businesses, and we're gonna definitely keep you guys in the loop on the details on it. And I feel like everybody that's been a part of it, from Martin to Leon, Liv, the camera guys, Stephanie, Hannah, everyone that's been like helping us, like, put out this, project and put this portfolio together, man. Like, none of this is possible without you guys. So we appreciate you guys, seriously. So
yeah, shout out to the fans for real,
for sure.
And the community. You guys are why we're doing this. We want to make Arizona the place that people come to tell their stories. And I really think, especially with how busy Arizona's getting, that it's just going to get bigger. So definitely. If you guys have a story to tell, if you have a business that you really want to put on the map, if you have a business yourself, make sure you tap in with us. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, a philanthropist, a public speaker, we want to see you. We want to hear your story. We want to show your value to everyone that we can reach.
No, definitely.
Yeah, we are here to help you with your brand. So, whatever you got going on, man, we like good people. You know what I'm saying? We like the good stuff. But we are here to help you with your brand. So please reach out to us. And, man, be a part of the QMO family. Once you come on the show, you part of the family, baby.
Part of the fam, man. Who gonna pop that thing over?
Oh, she popping that thing.
I'm gonna pop it.
I don't know. I'm afraid you gonna let Liv do it, bro?
I'm letting Livy B. That's what I call her. You call her Livy B.
There we go. There we go.
You got the glasses.
You got it.
And please, we got some people in here that you'll meet eventually. One youngster we're here. We gonna meet. Man. I'm sorry, you do your.
Nah, go ahead. Oh, okay. I'll fill in with you.
I call him Sir William. He is in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So y'all gonna meet him. And please, y'all grab a glass. If y'all don't like it, just take a quick sip. I don't even drink champagne, but I brought it because we have to celebrate.
AP, this you want a glass? Bet. You can come get it, whatever. You hand it to him again?
She like, I ain't trying to get on camera.
Sorry, little William. You got a long way to go, man. That's okay. You don't need it.
You will be on the show, ma'am. Just letting you know. You will be on the show.
Who you talking about, AP?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, AP for sure got to be on there, man.
No, it's hard.
You more flexible. If I was there, it would have been all bad. I knocked all that stuff over.
But no, we got a couple people here, man, in the house tonight, man. We got Lil William. Shout out to Lil William, man. First and foremost, so the funny thing about this is I was just on our page just checking, like, we get like a lot of comments and like DMs, and then I saw she about to break the glass, and I saw a name by the name of William, right? So I look on the page and I was like, that's a kid. So I'm looking at his content, and he's a motivational speaker, 10 years old. And I'm like, damn, and I'm watching this video. I'm like, bro, this is actually really dope content. And one of the best video that I saw from him was him. He was at a convention, right? And so what he did was, the guy that was speaking, it was 5,000 people, right? And he has a suit on, has how you dress now.
Right.
And he asked the guy, I said, hey, man, I want to know if I can ask you, would you do 20 push-ups with me on stage, bro, with the suit on? And they did more than 20 push-ups. They did like 35 push-ups, bro. And I was like, oh, yeah, this kid, he got some, bro. And then he pull up here, man, and I turned into a fan, bro. I feel like I should be asking for your autograph, man. So, yeah, so it's an honor to have you, man. We definitely gonna have him come on here in a little bit, chop it up for a little second. Also, we got the homie AP. I mean, I don't know if you want me to, if you want me to, can I congratulate you? She made the team, bro.
She made the team. AP in the house.
She made the team, man. Played for the Phoenix Mercury, man. Shout out to her, doing great. She been in the league for a minute, so she's not a rookie and nothing like that. Bro, Liv asked the dumbest thing as a fashion.
I don't even want to know.
No, bro. She was like, I said, yo, this the homie AP, man. She played for because AP was at the fashion show, and she's like, oh, you play for the Phoenix Suns? And I just dropped my head, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry.
I just walked away.
I think it was just like a blurb, like I met Mercury, but I said Suns. Like I know.
She
did
not know. Leon, you know how she is.
That's why we love you.
Yeah,
that's why we love you.
I do.
That's why we love you.
She didn't know.
That's all.
And then who else we got, man?
And we got my wonderful, beautiful, talented friend, Steph. She's an amazing videographer, editor, and not power lifter. What is it called? CrossFit.
See, I told you be messing up, bro. Yeah, y'all see it, right?
There's a lot of terms in the fitness industry, but CrossFit. And she literally, like, I remember I saw a video of her on those rings that the gymnastics players, I don't know what you call them, do. And she, like, does, like, a pull up, push.
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
call it? Yeah, on those rings, bro. Do you know how hard that is? So she's
Impressive.
talented,
Yeah.
very inspiring,
She
and just
pushing
such a
that
hard
iron.
worker, too.
She pushing that weight.
Yeah,
I seen
no,
the video.
seriously.
Like,
she does
pretty
like
strong.
the like squats like with tons of weight, and then she'll like do like a pause and then go back up and like do like, because she has to do like what, like 3 to 6 like reps each time. Like I saw a video of you being like, oh, I have to do three sets and then I stop and then I go back because it was like really heavy. It was like 6,000 pounds or something.
I got a question. How much you bench press? Like, what's your max?
Bench?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a super strong bencher. 160.
Okay.
Your
I
squat.
think she got 275. She got 275.
I thought she was about to say like 225, 230.
Wait, what's your squat though?
No, it's different from. It's totally different.
290 good for squat.
Go girl.
Yeah.
You need to train me. Shoot.
You might have
No,
to.
hey, I gotta send a shout out to the little homie. You know what I'm saying? He hit 265. You know what I'm talking about twice.
Oh,
265.
By the way,
I was like,
press.
I was like, you gotta hit it twice to own it. And
Yeah.
He hit it twice.
and it didn't fall on you?
It didn't fall
Wow.
on
He did his thing.
I
Good
did
job.
twice, man.
And
Say-
you let it hit your chest?
me. Hit my chest.
Wow.
Nah, hey,
He was there. He
You
was
know,
there.
I be on
Yeah.
I need the perfect technique. I need you to breathe properly. all of that.
Yeah.
So he did all of that. So
Okay,
he
let's
did it. It
cheers
was legit.
to
Oh, shoot.
Montae's chest
Oh,
press.
yes.
All of our amazing
Man,
accomplishments
all
on
of
YouTube, our
amazing
great
accomplishments,
guests.
man, made the
man.
squad, our
Cheers.
guests, everything, man.
Cheers.
And then real quick,
Salud.
I like to send a shout out to the real M. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, we love you, Martin.
Shout out to Martin. Amplify Studio.
Amplify Studio in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, he makes it happen, and he makes it beautiful, man. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Before we get started, too, shout out to our sponsor, Siptale, for sponsoring today's episode. We absolutely love them. We got to interact with them a little bit more at the fashion show and to see how many people loved this product. It's an amazing product, and it's Arizona-based. It was founded in Arizona. It's a Black company, which is awesome. It's in stores, retail, shipping worldwide, and it's served all across the valley. So make sure you guys get you some Siptale for sure.
Yes, it's good stuff, man. I mix mine with my vodka. That's probably not what you should do, but I make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, shout out to Siptale. Oh, go ahead.
So real quick, man, individually though, like personally, like what has changed? I'll kick it off.
You go for it.
I got LASIK surgery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that why you have the
Talking
glasses
about-
on?
Yeah, I can rock the glass. I got rid of the regular glasses, so I got the LASIK joint. Thank God for that. And the limo Sprinter van services picked up quite a bit. I just took a group up to Sedona, celebrate a birthday, and I got to be a part of that, which was dope. Sedona's amazing. If y'all
Sedona's
ever
nice.
come to Arizona, the people that's outside of here or the people that's here, you gotta go to Sedona, man.
Fun fact, too, the
Beautiful
only
place.
blue arched McDonald's is in Sedona, too. So if you want to see an awesome McDonald's, you should go to Sedona.
That's dope.
I'm a fan of Sedona.
It's
for sure.
beautiful. The mountains, like it's Miles and I, we did like a model shoot there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
everyone
remember
thought we
telling
got
about
married, and I lost like thousands of followers, but it's okay. I got him back.
That's
that.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
hilarious.
no,
That's hilarious.
comes with that. Yeah.
I mean, so I want to ask you guys, man. You know, I want to talk about communication. You know, and we'll go down the line. You know, I feel like communication is big. You know, when working with people. So, what is y'all definition of communication? Whoever want to go first?
Why do I feel like I'm in the principal?
No,
office?
you not, bro. It's just a question.
We
We just talking. Yeah, we just chopping it up. Who want to go first?
Leon, you could go.
Now she's
I
scared.
appreciate
I'm not
that.
scared. I'm never scared.
Normally it's ladies first, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm never scared. I just want to hear what he has to say.
So depending on what type of relationship you're dealing with or what type of, I always compare it to sports. If I ain't calling that pick out, my homie or my basketball player gonna get smashed on that pick. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not calling out sweep and I know and I feel like it's a sweep, than my team on the as far as football, So communication is very important, man. Like, but the thing is, you also got to know how to communicate with the people that you're communicating with, because everybody don't get it the same. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like the yelling. Like I tell like any young lady that I deal with, I tell them put a baby on top of it. If you say baby first, you can tell me almost anything.
Oh, okay.
Baby, get the hell out of here. Baby, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because I still know that you care, right?
Yeah.
But as far as communication, man, I think one of the most important things is to learn how to communicate with that person. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get used to who we are, and we just like, if you're a straight shooter, you're a straight shooter, right? But what's more important is getting that message across so both of y'all can win in y'all relationship. So now you got to learn how to communicate with that one individual, and it might be different than somebody else. You can yell at a whole basketball team. You can yell at a whole football team. But if you yell at an individual, it might be a different, you might get the wrong result. So that's my communication.
I agree that communication is super important. I think it works both ways. It's like a two-way street, though. Like when you communicate, yes, you want to get your point across, but it's also about listening to the other person. So when you are communicating your point, having the ability to, okay, you're done with your thought, listen to them, and not just listening to speak, but listening to understand, which I'm trying to get better at, because sometimes I'll have tons of thoughts in my head, or like I'll think I'm always right. Like I wouldn't say I'm stubborn, but I just like, I have like my way of doing things, or my thought process is a little bit different. So if I'm communicating with someone, and I'm very blunt, kind of like what you said, like some people are really direct. I'm very direct. So if I say something and then it's kind of like misinterpreted the wrong way, it could kind of leave us both at like odd ends. But I love the fact that I'm able to kind of like take a step back and hold myself accountable in situations where I'm like, okay, maybe I communicated this a little bit differently, especially when it comes to text versus like phone call or in person. I think it's a lot easier to communicate your point when you're in person or on the phone versus over text or email. I was just working with a brand recently, and I guess like my email came across like a little bit, he said threatening. It was not threatening. I even sent it to ChatGPT and he did not say it was threatening. But if someone tells me that they feel that way, then I'm going to go ahead and be like, okay, I apologize, that wasn't my intention, and then go about explaining myself in a better way. There's nothing wrong with like finding or being aware of like maybe a mistake or a different way that you could have done something or communicated it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think both of y'all, hit the nail on that one. I feel like with communication, man, you have to be very upfront, with your intentions and, what are you trying to accomplish? I mean, so with us, it's three of us, right? So this is all new, right? And, we're all learning as we go. And the biggest thing that's going to, help us as far as like be successful with the podcast is that we got to have an understanding and, know how to communicate with each other. Obviously, we done all had situations where me and Leon bump heads, me and Liv bump heads a couple times. And that's going to happen, man. It's all part of the growth, right?
Yeah.
But, the biggest thing is, man, is learning from those situations and how we can avoid having to come back to this again, right? So I always say, with communication is just got to be direct, with your approach and be respectful about it. I think that's the biggest thing. And I feel like now with our generation, especially my generation, we lack communication, especially when it comes to being respectful. And you got the YNs, you got the old heads, the YNs and the old heads bump heads, all right? But I feel like we got to find some type of mutual ground because there's no respect. Like, back in the day, there was respect when it comes to the elders. Even if that person was wrong, you still show him that or her that type of respect as far as because they're elderly. You know what I mean? You got to respect. At least that's how I was brought up, back home in the South. So what do y'all think we could do to get better at that, though?
I think you kind of said it, like in the South. Like, I feel like it's about how you're raised a little bit and the environment that you're around, because sometimes you can be raised a specific way, like with all the manners in the world. But if your environment is like the way you're like like let's say you're going to school and the people around you or the people you hang out with are a little bit more disrespectful, it's a lot harder for you to kind of go away from that, which is why a lot of people say like you are who you hang around or you are who you're with. So I think something we can do is being like mentors to people who are younger, to be a better example, and start highlighting the positive. I feel like a lot of the world is like putting a lot of negativity out because that's what gets a lot of attention. But I think that if we circled around like the more positive and brought awareness to that, it'd be a lot easier for people to relate, or not relate, but try to be in that lane versus being a little bit more negative or rude, disrespectful, things like that, because that's like what's normal now.
It starts wherever in your household. It starts around you. So whoever you are, like this conversation that we have, whoever you can help or kind of teach them about respect, because honestly, like if you look at both sides of it, the OGs are taking advantage of some of the young cats, right? And then you got the young cats who are being raised, they're not even respecting their parents or their mama or their daddy, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, only thing you can do is control what you have around you as best as possible, and then try to help as many as you can. And then I think that's the only way we can kind of help it. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard because, again, if a cat don't respect his mama and his daddy, he ain't gonna respect nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most important thing is, honestly, is like, when you know somebody truly care about your well-being, you know what I'm saying? Even if you have a disagreement, y'all gonna be there. Like me and him got into it not too long ago over something. But when it's all said and done, he know and I know that he'll go all out for me and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So to me, when that's the bottom line, me and my best friends got into it millions of times. We called each other out our names and ready to fight, and we never crossed that line. And I've been knowing them since I was 13. And you know what I'm saying? So those things happen. But I know for a fact that they the homies for life. And I think that's what matters the most. And if I switch gears on that a little bit, my bad. No. I think that's the most important thing. Like, I know this cat is he's more than family. You know what I'm saying? Like, your best friends become more than family a lot of times. So to me, that's what matters the most. All that other stuff, you can throw that out. That cat gonna be there.
I love that.
That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to ask y'all, man, a lot of people are starting to transition into the entrepreneurship phase. What are y'all thoughts on that? I feel like now, man, people are starting to realize their worth, and they're starting to just, say, screw it, man. I'm just going to invest in myself, like bet on myself, because, there's nothing wrong with the corporate world, right? Because I do it right now, but I feel that, people are starting to go a different route in life, man. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I personally like it, but at the same time, I don't like the cats that's like doing it with a negative twist or trying to get bad. You see cats at the grocery store starting stuff with people, just to get views. Like, those are the people I don't really respect. The young ladies that's out there, that they showing their bodies. There's a million women doing that. What else can you do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean. So
you're saying like the people that starting to enter entrepreneur as like a content creator, like OnlyFans?
So to me, like, that's easy to do. Like, not it maybe it's not, but everybody.
Content creation is not easy.
I'm talking about like he said the OnlyFans. Yeah, now what I'm saying is, like, the negative stuff to get views is easy to do.
Yeah,
but be authentic. Like, why can't we build each other up? I see a million shows that talk about how our culture, black men ain't nothing, like dogging us, and then I see shows where we dogging black women. Why can't we do different twists? And unfortunately, that's what the crowd.
Bro,
likes.
You know what I hate, bro, is that you have these people that go on podcasts and they like get on here and they talk down on women, and you have men and women like clashing as far as like men will say, well, I feel like you need this and you're not that, and then the woman goes back at him, and it's like, First of all, you can't dictate what any man or woman needs. You can only dictate like your situation. I feel like we need to stop trying to act like we just know, because we don't know the answer, bro. Everybody's different. And then we putting these narratives out, and it's just it's a negative light. So now you got men and women going against each other, and it's just.
We teaching everybody the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? With these podcasts, and they're talking about it. I mean, I get it. People go through experiences, but why? Like, is it you? Why can't we see? People don't take accountability. It's you. If you change, we got to create our own world. So if you're thinking negative all the time, that's what you're gonna get. So you're gonna find that negative dude that you're gonna be in a relationship with. They're gonna treat you bad because that's what your mindset is. So you got to look into you and change you, and things have changed. But I don't like the fact that you see podcasts and stuff, and they're teaching, and they're like, they're making it worse.
Yeah, well, it goes back
instead of making it better.
It goes back to negativity brings a lot of like popularity and like drama to things, and that's what a lot of people are interested in nowadays. They want drama or excitement outside of their life because a lot of people aren't doing entrepreneurship. Like, yes, there's a lot of people coming into it, but a lot of people just work their regular job and go home and go to work, and they go on TikTok and they go on Instagram, and they're not always trying to see the positive. They're trying to see the drama and all that. But it goes back to the entrepreneurship. I think it's important for people to become entrepreneurs because biblically it says in the Bible, Proverbs 31:24, she makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. Proverbs 31:16 says she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings she plants a vineyard. So I think that we were all meant to use our gifts that God's given us to help the community and help bring value to other people by making things or creating things. So I think entrepreneurship is very important. It's very valuable. I mean, if we didn't have entrepreneurship, we wouldn't have all the buildings and the businesses outside. So I think there's a specific place for it, but I think that the world has warped entrepreneurship into something negative in certain aspects. Not everything, but you know, some people get greedy. So they really want that quick money fix, and they think that entrepreneurship will be that. But a lot of people don't understand how much work and team effort goes behind building a business. And having one.
A successful business.
Successful one, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes with entrepreneurship. It's just as hard as working a 9 to 5 because now you create your own schedule. If you don't get up and work, you're not gonna make no money.
24/7.
Yeah, so you on the clock constantly. Like it's a grind. So I commend anyone who's doing their own thing and considering making a leap.
Shout out to Live Be Fit.
Shout out to Live Be Fit.
Shout out to Live Be Fit.
Shout out to Lion Luxury Limo.
Shout out to Lion Luxury
and
Transportation.
What's your security name?
Black Lion Security.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we doing it, man.
Oh, definitely, man. I know that's a grind. Even with this, man. I be having my days for sure trying to keep this thing rolling and making sure that everything going the way it's supposed to go. So.
Please don't hesitate to lean on us.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. Obviously, but I want to make sure that I don't give y'all too much of a heavy load. That's my job. So if I can't handle it, best believe I'm gonna say something. And I feel like Leon know me well enough to know if I'm having a bad day. So if he say, yo, let's go to the gym, and I was like,
let's go to the gym.
He's like, bro, let's go to the gym, bro. And
I had to make him. I'm like, bro, come to the gym, bro. Let's go. He like, all right, man, let's go. And then after that, I feel better.
Yeah, I feel, man.
It's always
this motherfucking gym pumps my iron, man.
Yeah, nah, seriously, man. There's been a lot going on, guys. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on this Shedeur Sanders situation. So I don't know if you've been caught up to speed with it, but Shedeur Sanders was, drafted to the Cleveland Browns, but he was the 144th pick, but he was projected to go top 5 in the draft. He had a phenomenal, season. They didn't win it, right? But, I mean, this dude had one of the highest completions as far as, like, passing quarterbacks. And, they turned Colorado into, like, Hollywood. Colorado sucked. Like, they were terrible.
Well, his dad's an amazing coach. Yeah. He was a player, right?
Yeah. But, he went from Jackson State, right? Went to Jackson State. They had a crazy 2 years there. Then they left, went to Colorado, turned the whole program around. But what do you guys think of just like the narrative that they're trying to create behind his name? I'll let Leon go first.
The sad thing about it is the NFL is going to win either way.
Yeah.
All right. They going to win because now Cleveland is going to get a lot of attention. All right. So and that's the NFL. Mm-hmm. So regardless, the NFL going to win. The sad thing about it is that they try to send a message, and they try to let Deion and his family know you're not all of that. Mm.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And here's the sad thing. Every team agreed with it. Mm-hmm. So behind closed door they had a meeting. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's the crazy thing about it. They actually it make you like honestly, I wish we had enough people that are really just I love the NFL, I love football. I question it if it's real or not sometimes. But if we had enough people to like boycott it or something, then they'll stop doing nonsense like that.
Definitely.
But either way, the NFL's gonna win out of this situation. Shador's gonna win out of this situation because he's a dog. He gonna be all right.
Bro, they using him for clickbait. Every post you see on Instagram is Shador Sanders.
Most definitely,
Which is
because he's a
crazy.
dog. He's a
fifth
that
round
guy.
pick. What fifth round pick get that much exposure in like media coverage?
Think about this. You got the draft. He didn't get picked, right? He's supposed to win number. He's supposed to.
Well,
be
he got picked. He got picked
picked
round.
last.
but
yeah.
he was supposed to be in the top 3.
Yeah, he was top
Right?
3 or even number 1.
Number 1.
I think it was like what you said, to put a play on the whole, not Colorado team, but the family itself.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I think they were already getting so much exposure just
Right.
because of
his pops.
Yeah.
right?
Well, they're saying he's quote unquote arrogant.
Well, his TikToks and his videos are kind of like he already has that. Like, didn't he buy his parents a house?
Nah, they already had money.
Oh.
He bought himself.
my
I mean,
thing-
Yeah, he bought
think
himself- like, he bought himself a
crib, and I
house.
think he
Yeah.
bought his mom a house.
Yeah. So like he's kind of like already in the money situation versus there's people who never came from money, like the first round pick, right? What's
Cam
his
Ward.
name? Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He played on Colorado, but I don't think he was rich. And
Yeah, he played out in Miami.
yeah, but he's getting heat too for his girlfriend or his fiance now.
Nah, you mixed.
No,
That's
no.
Travis Hunter.
Oh yeah,
you
Travis
mixed
Hunter.
That's all right. Hey,
Yeah, nah, you mixed with Travis Hunter. Yeah.
He was
Nah,
still first round, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
no,
was
I was
number.
right. I
I
said
think he
first
was
round.
number 2 draft pick, right?
Travis.
Ward.
Yeah,
Travis
Cam
Hunter.
Ward was number.
Yeah, Cam Ward was number 1.
Yeah, then Travis Hunter was
Yeah.
number 2.
Now Travis Hunter situation, that's different, man, because they're. That's a tough one. Look.
He seems so happy.
No, he seems like a really good,
positive.
genuine guy, and if they're happy, man, why crap on that
Man,
household?
people always got it. People
People
always
have
in your
something to
business,
say.
man.
Yeah.
My thing is like whenever you talking, man, put yourself in other people's shoes. You were everybody got their heart broken. Everybody been a sucker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I've been a sucker when it
Yep.
come to love. You know what I'm saying? Still happens sometimes. You know, you feel me?
Yeah.
So like to judge this dude but that's what people do. People they love to sit back and judge, and they're probably going through worse.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But no, real quick, as far as the Shador Sanders thing, it's lame that the NFL actually did that, knowing that dude is a dog. And tell me, everybody love Michael Jordan, right? He's arrogant. Everybody love Tom Brady. He's confident. He believes in himself. So you got a cat that's young that believe in himself. Now you don't like him all of a sudden.
Hey, they say
that's
he
whack.
show up to the games with the jury on, hat cocked to
And
the back.
ball out.
He still show up on the field. That has nothing
ball
to do, with his performance.
And guess what? When they're taking pictures right now, the whole rookie class. Guess what they doing?
Oh yeah, they did that.
They
He
throwing up-
he
they-
didn't even want to do it, bro, because he
Exactly.
kind of under the microscope right now.
And guess where he had in every
Wait, what does
picture?
this mean?
That so he always is like it's called. I think it's what is it? It's perfect timing.
Perfect time. That's the
So
name of the song.
he have a little watch. And he'll be like perfect timing when he do like a celebration, like a football.
Oh,
when he
like the
score.
dance, like.
yeah.
Well, that's all he do is just. that.
No,
Just
I know,
throw
but
that
like usually that like when they score a touchdown, they do like
Right,
their
do
little
look-
dance.
they don't- little
Celebration.
signature
Yeah,
celebration.
that's his signature.
Don't-
But here's the thing. Here's what a leader. He's a leader. When
Yeah.
he's taking pictures, guess where he's at? In the middle. They're around him. That shows he's a leader. So it's a lot of teams that messed up by passing that dude up.
One thing he did that I thought was really dope. So he didn't participate in the draft combine, but they had the pro day at Colorado, and he did that specifically for his teammates, the wide receivers, because
Right.
he wanted to make sure the attention was on them. And just about everybody, as far as like wide receiver goes, got picked up by a team.
Right. And
So-
he the last one.
The last
dude
one.
that throw the ball
Yeah.
is the last one. But anyway,
You
we know what
mentioned
it is.
you
man.
mentioned Michael Jordan and
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Don't you think it's a little bit different, like back in the day, how things were versus like now? I feel like it was like what is it called? Like it was not an opportunity, but it was like a blessing or like it just didn't happen as much to be a celebrity or be like a top dog versus like now there's so many people who are like talented and stuff, and social media puts even a bigger light on
Most
these
definitely.
individuals versus back in the day it was like you went to the games or it was on the TV right then and there until you like saw everything happen versus like now stories can get misconstrued or like, so I think like definitely like the new age has a lot to do with
But you
the
got social
takings
media
and-
too, man. Social
Yeah.
media is crazy now. Like everybody business is out once you reach that level of fame.
And everybody got an opinion. And then
Yeah.
the sad thing about everybody having an opinion, they don't have the facts.
Oh yeah.
They, you know me, you know who I feel like is the GOAT. I think Will Chamberlain's a GOAT. I think he's the greatest basketball player of all time. And you'll hear people say, "Oh, he played against people 7 feet." Wrong. He played against so people don't even have the facts. And then also the people that whoever they're picking is who they see. They don't do their research and go back in time and look at the greats that were before them. So that's not fair. But anyway, so what you got for us next?
Liv, man, took a lot of heat, bro. I mean, we talked about this a little bit, but I mean, we won't stay on this topic too long because there's a lot of other stuff I want to cover, and I also want to get Lil William on here as well. But Liv took a lot of heat for that 50-50 situation, bro.
I stand on it.
Yeah.
I stand on it. I want to get married, and I want my man to provide. And that doesn't mean that, like, I expect him to do everything. You know what I mean? But a man's going to want to take care of you when they can, right? So I stand on it. I'm not taking back nothing.
Create your own reality. Be who you be.
Someone said in the comments, he was 50-50 doesn't make sense in this oppressive economy. Things
That's
always
my friend
change.
Philae.
Cost of living, expenses, emergencies, life-changing events, mental breakdown. When he's stable enough to create a split wherever you want to put it. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I think he seems like he was kind of in the middle. Like, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't.
I think, and my thing wasn't, like, negative about the 50-50. It's just not, like, I feel like people go about it now. It's like, oh, you have to do this, or, like, the girl has to do this, or the guy has to do this, or whatever, how it goes, like. But I feel like it's about the individual partnership. Like, if your partner can handle expenses in a certain way, then it's not like you come empty-handed, like cooking, cleaning, like making sure my man is emotionally stable, like physically stable, like making sure I meet his needs in other ways. Like, that's important. And, like, if he can't meet a certain standpoint when it comes to, like, finances or something else, then, like, of course, especially if that's my husband, I'm going to meet him there. Like, I'm going to have my own money, I'm going to have my own finances, my own stability. So it's like, it's not like out of the question, but it's more so just like, that's what I'm looking for in a partner. I'm looking for a traditional man who desires to make sure his woman is provided for and protected. And that's how I was raised. I was raised with my dad providing, and my mom still had her job. She still had her business, but my dad was the provider and the protector. And that's like, you know, that's how I was raised. That's how I'm going to keep it.
My only problem with the whole thing is people wanting what they want straight out the gate.
Yeah.
So you got somebody that I just met you, and now I have to buy your lunch every day, and you haven't, like, you got a million dudes buying your lunch.
Blame social media.
And I'm one of the suckers.
No, blame social media.
Earn that with me. When you I promise you, the cats that we hang around with, the people, birds of a feather, right? We want to take care of our ladies 100%. But we ain't finna just give it to you.
Oh, I got one for you.
You didn't even earn it. Like, it's crazy, man.
I got one for you, Lillian. Go ahead.
No. Okay, yeah, ladies first. If you had a first date right now, where would you take her?
Honestly, like, listen, I've been on first dates. I've been on dates where women told me, like, oh my God, this is the best date I ever had. And then I got ghosted. And then I talked to them later, and they like, yeah, I was still dealing with the guy that I was dealing with. See, and what happens is now I'm giving you attention and you giving me attention, and that cat that you was chasing, all of a sudden he like, yo, she ain't hollering at me no more. Now he finna step back in and do what it need to take to you to get back on board with what he got going on, and now you gone. And then I have several situations where they were like, yeah, I was still kind of dealing. And I asked them, are you dealing with anybody? Are you seeing it? No. You know what I'm saying? Then they end up going back to that guy, and then I see them later, and they want another chance.
Where would you take them for a date?
Man, I just want to meet somewhere first.
Okay.
But if I know that we doing our thing, like I know it's like really like you feeling me, we going to Evo, baby. You going to Evo in Scottsdale.
Shout out to Evo.
Shouts out to Rashank, man.
I got this. I got a question for you. So there's a podcast out here called, I think, Beyond the Brand Podcast. And he did an interview with this young lady, and I guess they were talking about like a first date, right? So if the woman doesn't want you to know where she lives, she said that the man, and I could be wording this wrong, so I apologize if I did, but she was saying the question was, should the man provide for her Uber to come out there? So the guy, no, and it's. Listen, everybody got their own thoughts about it. And I, me personally, I would, but I just want to get your thoughts on it. We'll talk more about it. But should the man pay for the woman Uber on top of paying for her dinner?
Yes.
If you don't trust me to come and pick you up, because I am old school traditional, and then I got to send for an Uber for you, You still give me your address, but anyway, or I don't know how.
Wait, yeah, that's kind of confusing.
Is she giving? Because if you got to
that's kind of confusing. Because if you got to call an Uber and you're ordering the Uber, you know where she lives. You don't
trust me to come pick you up.
Yeah, you got a good point on it. Because the only way you can call that Uber,
yeah, that's a little bit different.
So why not have her pick you up?
I'm saying like if a guy wants me to meet him in a different, because I've been flown out before. So like if a guy wants me to meet him in a specific place, like I would expect him to cover the cost, unless you want to come to me.
My thing is this: put yourself in other people's
shoes. Or
shoes.
I can drive, but you're.
Put yourself in other people's shoes. Ladies who have boys, do you want your boys to be doing all the stuff that y'all talking about for other women? No. You know what I'm saying? Do you want your sons to just be paying for a woman that that hasn't even got her way in? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. So my thing is like if you don't trust me to come and swoop you up, I'm not sending for no Uber. Like, you just drive your car and meet me there. Don't you got a car?
I think it's to each their own, because I feel like you get a vibe off of a person. You can tell if this person is going to be a lot more money hungry versus she's genuine and she wants to like maybe go on a picnic date. Like, I'm cool with that. It's all about conversation and communicating, which goes back to the communication.
And I don't mean to man, women are ninjas, man. Like women
cut them off.
Women can hide. Like, you would think she all into you, and she ain't. She ain't.
Guys are the same way though. Like, guys have rosters. You're talking about us.
I don't date dudes, so I don't know nothing about that. But I'm just saying.
You are a dude. You don't have. So you don't have like 3 girls in your phone that you would call if you wanted to go on a date.
Man,
if one person said no, you knew someone else.
I don't got nothing going
He's lying.
on right now.
False.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I did have that. I was that guy. But now a cat trying to like, yo, I want to.
Look at Montae smiling.
He know me. He know what's up.
Look,
a cat that's trying to like find that one situation, man. That shit is like, I mean, it's easy to find several that you ain't serious about. Yeah. But when it's time for you to find that one, man, that shit hard, man. No, I don't have 3 in my phone that I can.
I say, man, you know, if it works for you, bro, if you want to call her Uber, go for it. You know, personally, if we talking, I don't mind picking you up. You know, if you don't feel safe with me knowing where you live, then we shouldn't go on a date.
Yeah. How are you gonna call the Uber?
I don't mind calling Uber.
No, but how are you gonna call her?
Yeah, well, you gotta have her address to call the Uber, unless I'm cash apping you.
Yeah.
No, all right, hold on. All right, real quick, and we got to move on real quick. This was like a long time ago. But I was like, me and this young lady, we were talking. We were planning to go on a date, and she has a kid. And she wanted me to pay for her babysitter.
Oh, no.
She was like, she was like, in order for us to go on a date and I'm going to invest my time to hang out with you, you got to pay for my babysitter. And I was like, look, this is the first date. I can understand, like, if we got, like, some history, but you expecting for me to pay $80 for your babysitter.
That's different,
Who had the baby, me or you? Because I'm kind of confused at this point. And she got mad that I didn't want to pay for the babysitter.
See,
that's extra.
The crazy thing about it is some of this stuff is becoming.
That's crazy.
So first of all, they hearing other girls doing this.
Yeah.
So now they feel like they're deserving of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So like you didn't even earn that. Like I don't even know your baby. I don't know you. Bro. So no, like this is our first date. I'm not paying for your baby. I'm not paying for your Uber. Mm-hmm. Like just meet me. Where's your car at? Do you got a car? Like why don't? One of the best things that I know we gotta go. No, real talk. It's crazy to me. Like to me, it's almost like because I guarantee if that's a mother, she wouldn't want her son doing that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not at all. Even paying for Uber, it's like, baby, you don't know her. Like we should catch all these vibes. We should find out with phone conversations. It shouldn't be like, yeah, I don't trust you, so just send me an Uber.
I think it's okay for the man to pay for the Uber, but you're gonna have to give him your address because how is he gonna order the Uber? And like there are some men who are willing to do whatever it takes to go on a date. There are. So I think it's like to each their own.
Yeah,
you're either gonna want to, you're either gonna not, and if you don't want to, then that person's not for you. But I think the babysitter one is a little bit extra. Like that's like a lot.
I'm gonna read this comment to y'all, and then we're gonna take a quick 1-minute break so we can bring Lil William on.
Sir William in the house.
But someone said in the comments, right? He said, men. I think this was a woman. She said, men need to step it up. Uber and dinner is the bare minimum.
No, is that on our post?
No. Oh. This on that Beyond the Brand podcast. Shout out to them, man. He doing great stuff. We gonna collab.
Yeah.
But she said they want a soft woman. They need to set the environment of a provider from the start. and then she will spoil you back. But don't date if you're cheap. Siri play no scrubs.
Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fine.
See, like, again, man, first of all, there's no trust, right? So even if
Uber and dinner, the bare minimum is crazy, though.
Well, it's not like you can't date because you're cheap, but I mean, I was at the gym the other day and a guy came up to me and said he saw our video and he agreed with me and he said, listen.
Or shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to him. A man, all these men out here, they call themselves kings, right?
Yeah.
How are you a king if you don't have a queen? And how are you going to get a queen if you don't treat that woman likewise? So, that being said, once you treat a woman like a queen, she's going to do everything in her power to make sure you feel like a king. And if she doesn't, bounce, get a new queen. Because like that's the whole role of the game, right? Like you each need to provide for each other, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's financially, whatever. It's not like the whole man's going to pay for everything and like he never gets a gift or he never gets a hug or he never gets a kiss or like blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I think it's all about communication. It's about understanding how your partner's love language is, how your partner's needs are met, and things like that.
So Liv,
We'll
let me ask you
Leon,
this
and
real
we'll take a
quick.
break.
And I know, no, for sure. So Liv, real quick, like, and I know you would probably. I'm pretty confident you would. If you just met this guy and he took you on a dinner, would you make him a full course meal the next time y'all hang out?
How did the date go?
The date went great.
Like, I don't think that's a big deal of me, like, I mean, it is a big deal of me making food and stuff, but, like, if he was a cool dude and I appreciate what he did, like, yeah, I love cooking.
My point is this, like, we got to go all out. And we always go all out. Men always been the one that are aggressive or trying to get to know you, but it's a lot of women that aren't really trying to meet it. Like, they got a whole nother game plan in mind. They're just trying to enjoy those. It's women that actually date just to go out to dinner.
Just to go out to dinner. Yeah. But that was a whole thing on TikTok, actually.
And they're chasing a dude that they can't get, right? But they using these other dudes to get this attention and all of that. So now we have to be careful. We can't just be throwing our money out on Ubers and dinner if we don't know this girl is serious or not. And that's what's happening. So that's what got us like, yo, we need to step back. That's why we meeting for coffee. That's why we meeting, and again, I'm gonna leave it like this. What would you want your son to do?
I don't
if
have
you was
a
a
son,
mom,
but
not I know, or your nephew, or what would you want some little youngster what would you want Sir William to do? You feel me?
I'd want him
You'll want
What?
want him to be like my dad and be okay. It's
But-
getting hot in here, and you should have a strawberry margarita by Siptale.
You should. But all right, I gotta say this though. Like, is it really bad going on a walk for the first date? Like, if you just say, hey,
You have a
like,
picnic set up?
okay, let's just say, I said you meet this guy, y'all got a date or whatever, and y'all decide to
go to the park.
Go to a park and just walk by the lake, somewhere really nice. Is that
cute.
really bad?
No.
Like,
If
I think
somebody,
I met some women that's like against it. Like, no, I don't want to go
Because
no
of
walk and
social media.
there's mosquitoes and bugs outside.
Because of
What?
society and social media, you have these standards. Back in the day, it was okay to go on a walk in the park or have a
Yeah.
picnic or go play a laser tag or mini golf. Like, those were cute, fun dates. And I think that's still practical. And I think that's okay. But some people's standards have been raised because of what they see online. And I mean, to each their own. Like, if you don't want to date someone like that, then I would date someone who maybe isn't on social media that much or seems a little bit more...
You need a bougie guy.
Yeah, more like down to earth.
Yeah.
Like a girl who's cool with like, let's go to the beach, let's go drive, watch the sunset, and like I think you can find both in a woman. Like,
You can.
some women are okay with both. They obviously want to be treated like a queen and like be taken out to dinner, but also it's fun to be the subtle and like enjoy those walks.
All right, last one. We gotta go.
you did that was perfect what you just did, because I remember us saying if you were laying on the ground, if that's a good woman, she love you, she'll be right there with you. Like, and I know that's just a saying.
Yeah.
But if that woman is truly trying to get to know you, it don't matter what the hell y'all do.
It didn't matter.
If she's truly like into you and really trying to get to know you, it don't matter what y'all doing y'all first date.
Yeah.
Y'all-
We
you know what I'm
vibing.
saying? Straight up.
We vibing.
But if you trying to go to the best dinner and all of that type of stuff, you ain't into me.
Yeah, you not.
So there it is.
All right, bet. We gotta take a quick break, guys. We be back.
Hey y'all, and thank you again for tuning in to QMO Pod. You already know I love bringing y'all the good stuff, and today that includes one of my new favorite grown-up treats, Siptale. Now let me put you on real quick. Siptale is a fashion-forward canned cocktail brand created right here in Arizona by founders Bryce and Paul Perkins back in July of 2021. It's Black-owned, Arizona-made, and definitely made for the culture. They've got 2 signature flavors out right now, the strawberry margarita and the lemon sidecar, which are both infused with a smooth cognac base. And let me tell you, it's given classy, it's given bold, and it's given sip slow and feel cute. Each one is 7% ABF, just the right kick to get the vibe right. The strawberry margarita has 18 grams of sugar, and the lemon sidecar has 15 with about 200 calories per can, so you can sip without feeling the guilt. A 4-pack goes for just $12.99, and here's the best part. You can order online and have it shipped straight to your door in 43 states. Yep, no store run needed. But if you are in Arizona like me, you can find them in 40 locations across the valley. Just check the store locator on their site. Follow them on Instagram at Siptale and check out drinksiptale.com to shop and learn more. Oh, and did I mention it's gluten-free because, yeah, they really thought of everything. Whether you're hosting a kickback, heading to a pool day, or just vibing solo, make sure you grab a can, strike a pose, and sip in style. Siptale is more than a drink. It's definitely a vibe.
All right, guys, we back, man. So we got a special guest. We got, hold on, first and foremost, this kid, 10 years old.
So sharp, man. I love your suit.
You right.
Yes, fashion forward, man.
Young entrepreneur, man. Motivational speaker. He's only 10 years old. Wow. You know, William Miller, man. How you doing? William Miller, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Just, I wanted to talk to you guys, just have a nice conversation.
Dude, you making me feel old right now. You know that, right? This is crazy. Like, I want to start with, where do you go to school?
I go to school at Copper Trails.
Copper Trails. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be the president of the United States.
President?
Oh my gosh! We got the president in the building.
Oh my
That's
God.
Crazy.
No, this
That's
is
amazing.
crazy.
Wow. Have you always wanted to be the president, or did this happen like recently? Because you've been a public speaker for a couple of years, right?
Yeah, a couple years. About a year.
Well, he's
About
only
a
10.
year. Well, I think you started when you were 8.
At 8.
8 years old?
I guess, I wanted to be the president for like maybe 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So I will say this, public speaking isn't for everyone, and it's a lot of nerves and like anxiety can kind of come with that. So what do you do to kind of prepare yourself when it comes to
Keep going.
Okay, how do you prepare yourself when it comes to like public speaking or speaking in front of big crowds?
Well, I just say this, that I know I can do it and that anything's possible, and all I have to do is control my mind. I may be scared, but even if I am scared, I do it anyways.
Wow, that's awesome.
What is name 2 things you would change right now if you was the president?
I would want to help the homelessness and clean up some cities.
Okay. Now, you've been on a tour, man. You and your pops, y'all been doing a lot of different conventional centers, you know, speaking. And, you know, you by far the youngest kid in the room, right? So, you know, explain to us the thought process behind this when you're talking to these individuals, because you're 10 years old and, you know, some of these people may be, you know, 3 times your age, but, you know, you bring something that they don't. So explain that, like, you know, when you get in front of these crowds and start talking to them.
Yeah, it's just, I need to be brave, and if I'm brave, I can do anything. And that applies for all kids out there. Everybody. And you could do anything. Even if there's bullies, you could do anything, and anything's possible.
Dang.
And there are people that aren't going to be your biggest supporters, but there's so many more people who will support you. And I bet even with the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, you'll turn a lot of people who are bullies into proud supporters of you. And I really do hope that when you do become president, you are able to help the homelessness and the communities around you, because, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Bringing value to the community and helping
definitely.
change for the positive.
You have a very close relationship with your parents, man. You know, what do you like the most about your mom and dad?
Well, I just love that. Of course, they love me and they do whatever they can for me, and they put a roof over my head and they give me food every day. And I just love that about them.
Man. And your pops right here right now, man. What would you want to say to him that you probably never said to him?
I just wanted to say thank you, Dad. You helped me throughout this entire journey, all of this year, and thank you so much.
I love that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, William Miller, man. William, we appreciate you, man. I got one last question for you, man. You talked about you're planning to take a trip, right? You say you want to go to Japan this summer. What are you looking forward to in Japan, and do you have anything big planned out there?
Nah, it's just nothing too big. We're just going on a little trip, but I feel like it's more than just a little trip because I feel like if we go out somewhere where I've never been before, I can learn a lot more stuff, the culture and what they do over there, all the food.
I love that. And then this is my last question, then Liv, if you got something, we're going to wrap up. Your pops told me that the suit is the theme for you guys, right? Because you're an entrepreneur, you're a motivational speaker. You know, can you explain to me and everybody else that's watching, why do you feel that, you know, wearing a suit is the route for you to go? Like, explain your brand, in a sense, with that.
Well, I just believe that if you dress nice, maybe somebody else will take you serious. Like, maybe it's not all the time, but maybe if you're speaking to the mayor and he's wearing a suit and a 10-year-old kid is wearing a suit, maybe he'll think, or he'll trust you better because you're more professional.
I love that.
Martin, did we get that on audio? Is that good? Yeah. Man, William, bro, I appreciate you, man. We definitely going to have you back for an episode, man. I love what you're doing. The content is amazing. I'm a fan. You know, this kid was on Times Magazine. I don't know if you know. So
I want to ask one more question.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you want to just pick up your mic just real quick like this? Awesome. Oh, thank you, Martin. Perfect.
That is Leon. You know,
we got Martin in here helping us out. Thank you, Big M. So you mentioned the mayor, but if there was any famous person or group that you would like to speak to in the future, is there anyone like you have on your radar?
Like any famous group?
Yeah, anyone. Like who are you most looking forward to speaking in front of, or kind of learning more about, or even interviewing?
Well, I have a lot of people on my mind, a lot of other motivational speakers, but I've been thinking about Joe Rogan a lot.
Okay, well, no, that's a good one.
Why Joe Rogan, though?
Well, I love his podcast, and maybe one day you guys could be a big podcaster like him.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I just love all his content. And it's just a lot of stuff, and I hope maybe he could interview me too.
Oh, he will.
That'd be
He will.
awesome, yeah.
Nah, he gonna interview you soon for sure.
Email his PR team, be like, hey, my name is William.
Yeah.
I'm a public speaker. I'd like to come on your show. I'm sure he'd be more than happy and willing to have you on, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
man. We gotta protect this kid. You got a bodyguard right there.
Your
man.
family now, man. Your family.
No, definitely
QMO
for sure,
fam.
man. Y'all family, man, for sure, man. Hey.
My dog. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lil William. Appreciate
Appreciate
you.
Okay, who at this table is most likely to drink all 4 of these Siptales and text their ex?
Wait, you gotta explain the game.
Oh, okay. So we're going to ask some spicy questions. And whoever either is the winner of the, like, whoever basically, like, if we choose who the winner is or, like, who would do it, then they have to drink. Or if they don't answer the question, then they have to drink.
But I don't drink, though. Okay.
Siptale. Do you have one?
Yeah, I need
Okay.
some ice. But it's
Today
all
for
good,
this
really.
game, we're using our handy dandy Siptale. It does come as a 4-pack in this amazing, beautiful case behind me. And you can get them on all the shelves across the valley. They are 12 fluid ounces and 7% alcohol, which these taste like juice. So, like, we had a couple at the fashion show.
Man, we ain't even about to talk about that. Hey, let's get to the game, man. We
Okay,
ain't even about to.
so
Because you waste all that food in the sprinter.
In my in my sprinter van, yo.
Yes.
Hey, she wasted.
That's not fair,
She
'cause-
drank. How many Siptales you had today?
like 2.
She only had 2 Siptales, and she wasted all her wings. Give me 1 second. And I'm back, guys. And she wasted all her wings in my sprinter van. But at any rate, Carry on.
But it was because I was talking to you and I put it on the ledge and it fell because we went over a bump.
Accountability. Continue. Let's start again.
Okay, so who at the table is most likely to drink all 4 of these and then text their ex? Montae.
I might take it.
Because I ain't texting my ex. I'm stubborn. Like, forget her. You know what I'm
I might be a little confident.
Okay. Which Siptale flavor screams hot girl walk? Which one says Netflix and ignore all responsibilities?
Which flavor?
Yeah. If we're choosing between the strawberry margarita and then that's the lemon, right?
I'm going to say the strawberry.
I'm saying
Wait,
strawberry.
what's that
too.
one called? The lemon
This
car?
is the lemon
okay.
sidecar.
Lemon sidecar.
The
Okay, so
sidecar.
the strawberry is the hot girl
Bro,
walk.
I had LASIK, bro. Have a little
So
integrity.
strawberries are yeah, we picked strawberry for sure. Yeah.
Strawberry joint.
Okay. Which one do you like better? Do you like the strawberry margarita flavor or do you like the lemon sidecar?
Strawberry.
I like the strawberry too. I feel like
Strawberry
this is
fire.
the perfect like drink to have like if you're outside in the heat,
Yeah.
like poolside or like when you first try it. Actually, Paul told me that these ones, the strawberry margarita and the lemon sidecar, are the only carbonated ones. These drinks are actually not supposed to be carbonated, which is pretty cool. But I like the carbonated ones. I think it tastes like a little sparkling soda juice.
No, they
thing.
delicious. Sorry.
Okay.
Delicious.
Let's see. What's the most unhinged thing you've done after one or too many Siptales?
I don't know. You go first, because I don't know how to answer that.
Well, hold up. The most what?
Unhinged.
Give me an example.
Unhinged is like, for example, like me going into the bathroom and dancing with 4 girls that I never met before.
Ah.
That was a lot of fun though.
Doing an interview with you guys, but I mix my I mix my Siptales with other alcohol. So I'm sorry, but that might be a problem. But no, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that one.
Okay. Let's see. Which flavor is most likely to make you say we don't need a label? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Strawberry.
You bring Siptale to the function and your ex shows up. What do you do and what are you drinking while doing it?
I'm hiding the Siptales.
Okay.
Or is me and my ex still cool or no? If we ain't
That's
cool,
up to you.
Yeah, we cool.
I'm saying what's up. I'm speaking. Because depending on how many I had though. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say what's up. Is she like by herself or with her new man?
With her new man.
I'm gonna say what's up to them too. I'm like, what's
Ooh,
up, Bryce?
that's a good question. If people if you date someone, whatever, and they're your ex, and then you go into a public place and they're there, and you're with your new partner, do you tell your partner that that's your ex, or do you just keep it moving?
It depends on where y'all at in life. If y'all not talking, then it don't even need to be said.
If y'all like that's y'all like she your best friend like it's supposed to be type of situation, y'all can
Yeah,
share
your
everything.
partner's your best friend.
I would share it. I'll let her know, baby. Oh, hey,
I think it's
that's
uncomfortable if you walk into a room and like that's your ex, and then your partner doesn't know. It's just like.
Yeah, I would tell her. Like I would let her know. Like, hey, damn, that was mine. Oh, that was okay. You know, I
He
just
said that was mine. All right, keep going.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, would you rather catch feelings or catch a flight with the person you're talking to?
I'm catching a flight. Forget all that.
What about you?
Yeah, you said catch feelings.
Yeah, would you either catch feelings or catch a flight with your? It says sneaky link, but I just said.
I'm catching a flight.
Yeah, do a flight.
If your ex sent you $500 out of nowhere, are you taking it or sending it back?
I'm sorry, Lil Williams. I'm keeping that 500.
She's, and I confirmed. Like I'm gonna find out was it a mistake because I didn't send some Cash App before on accident.
You
feel
sent
me?
someone money
Like
on Cash App?
I was trying to send it to somebody else, but I accidentally.
And you
sent
got it back?
somebody else. Hell no.
Oh yeah.
But if she accidentally sent me some money, I'm gonna check on her. Like, yo, did you mean to send me this? And then she was like, yes, and I'm keeping that joint.
Okay. Be honest. Have you ever gone through anyone's phone? Your partner's phone?
Nah. I don't do that.
I have. But I got a story. But nah.
No, we ain't got
I
time.
No,
we ain't got time.
don't do that to me.
Bro, we
Listen,
on the
real
time
quick,
limit, man.
real quick.
You better ask Martin.
Real quick. She went through mine, And then she admitted that she went through mine, right? And then I said, okay. I said, well, now I get to go to yours. And then she didn't have nothing, but it was so fun. I was reading everyone, her girlfriend message. I was reading everything, and she felt really bad about it. But no, I don't. I almost had the urge to do it before, but I never went there. Because I think time gonna let me know anyway.
I've done it and regret it every time.
Yeah, time is gonna let you know anyway. But that was the only time I did it because she did it. She admitted to me. It wasn't nothing in there. And I said, do you think that was fair? And I was like, can I go through your phone? And she was like, yes. I was like, and I was just, the whole time I was just reading everything. And she was like, she just sitting there like, and she didn't have nothing. But whatever.
Martin, how many questions do we have time for?
Because we still got to do the ad, too.
Oh, 9:43.
Yeah,
Let's get Martin home. Man.
Okay, last question. What's the biggest thing you've healed from that you never talk about?
Dang. Now you go first.
Damn. Man. That's crazy. That's the last one.
Oh, you should have asked that first.
That should have been at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like I lost my mom when I was 8, and my mentality, like when breakups came, I used that to help me get over breakups, and that's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if I can lose my mama and get over it, like not necessarily saying I ever got over it, but if I can lose my mama and get over it, I can get over this breakup. So I think so that's still a work, you know, because in the back of your mind, you also think like, damn, is she gonna leave? Like it's kind of crazy. So anyway, that's a whole nother. Yeah. You just open up a whole nother can of Siptale.
Even though it happened a while ago, I'm sorry for your loss.
Nah, she got her wings.
Amen.
No doubt. She was in church every Sunday. So,
Amen.
I don't know, man. I got a few of them things. I think one of them that I don't really talk about is like my relationship with my pops, because we never had like the best relationship. Like he was around, but he was never like consistent. So I never like got that like father like son bond. So like when I see other kids with their dad, like I always like I love seeing that. It's like dang man, but it also like make me like think on when I do have kids, like that's how I want to have a relationship with my own kids. So that's one of them for sure.
That's amazing how our parents can really impact our future.
Man.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes for the good or the better, and sometimes it makes you change and pivot in your future. So
and that's why I commend the Williams, the Sir William and Sir William the second. Real talk, man, because he there, man. Both of them suited up. You know what I'm saying?
It, yeah.
He's there, man.
Prime
like,
example.
That's all you got to be is there, and everything else will fall in place. I think.
All right, man. We got to wrap this thing up, man. Leon, how can they follow you, brother?
Man, go to Lion Luxury Transportation. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me through QMO, you know, if you need to get in touch with me. But, man, you know, come and check out the Sprinter van. Y'all going to love it. I promise you. I put money on it. If you don't like it, your ride's free. How about that?
I don't like it.
Hey, get on that one.
Hey, if you don't like it, your ride's free. How about that?
Liv, how can they follow you?
Y'all can follow me on The Real Liv B, on Instagram, Liv B Cooks, official Liv B Fit if you are looking for a trainer, and then TikTok, The Real Live B. I've been going viral a little bit. Relationship drama, so make sure you tune in.
Yeah, true.
You said Drew.
You definitely taking a lot of heat. You guys can follow me on my personal _MHarris5, man. Follow the QMO podcast page at QMO Pod. Also subscribe to the page on YouTube. Also have TikTok. But, you know, guys, we appreciate your support. You know, everything that you guys been doing, helping us out, growing this thing. And, you know, we want to continue to, you know, build something here in Arizona. And shout out to the co-hosts, Liv and Leon, you know, great individuals. Yeah. But, guys, man, watch this episode. You know, leave a nice comment, hit that thumbs up button, and stay tuned for the next show.
Subscribe.